Hello everyone, you're so welcome to this video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Moyo and you're so welcome to She Bites. I make videos all about food, faith and lifestyle. And today you're coming along with me as I attempt to make a birthday cake for my grandma. So my grandma turned 80 last weekend and one of the things she wanted was for me to make a cake for her. Guys, I'm not a pastry chef. I bake, but I don't bake like masterpieces. You understand? Like that aesthetic, I don't really work on it. So this was a challenge for me. So come along with me if you want to see the journey to the challenge, how we're able to get here, all the roadblocks we met along the way. Definitely stay tuned if you want to see the full video. I'm also going to be giving you the recipe for this cake and for the frosting in the description box below, so make sure you check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and I'll see you guys as we progress. Hi guys, welcome to this video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Moyo and you're so welcome to She Bites. I make videos all about food, faith and lifestyle. And today you're kind of coming along with me as I make a cake. I'm not a pastry chef. In culinary school, pastry was like the one that if I don't get such a good grade, I'm like, it's alright, I did my best, I tried. But my grandma is turning 80 and she wanted me to make a cake for her. And I was like, sure. I'm gonna do this. So you guys are going to come along with me. Today I'm making like a tester cake to make sure that I'm doing the right thing and everything doesn't flop tomorrow. So I'm going to be making red velvet. It's going to be buttercream frosting, and then we're going to see how we decorate, maybe with some gold, bubbles, colors, sparkles, we'll see. So I'm going to show you guys my recipe. It's an oil recipe, not a butter recipe. Yeah, red velvet, which is cocoa powder, red food coloring, and we'll see how it goes. The full recipe is in the description box below if you want to check it out, but we're going to be starting off with 2 eggs for this recipe, and then we're going to whisk it just for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to add in the sugar. When you add the sugar and you start beating, it's going to have like this meringue like texture that lets you know you're going in the right direction. Just beat it until it's a bit fluffy, then you can go in with your oil. It's quite a lot of oil in this recipe, but don't worry, there's no butter, so it just works perfectly. The oil ensures that this cake is nice and moist. Then we're going to go in with our food coloring, buttermilk, vinegar, vanilla, and then we're going to sift in our flour and cocoa powder. You know, all these ingredients give the amazing texture and flavor that we want in red velvet. The vinegar and the buttermilk give that lovely tanginess, and the vanilla and cocoa powder give that kind of unique place in between vanilla and chocolate cake that we have in red velvet. Next, we're basically going to preheat our oven to 180 degrees. We have our baking tin that has been floured and oiled and lined with baking paper, and we're going to bake this for about 40 minutes. So right now I just put the cake in the oven. I kind of changed the recipe a little bit. I added an extra egg and it kind of looked a little bit liquid, like too fluid. So we will see if tomorrow I'm going to add an extra egg or if I just follow the recipe strictly. But apart from that, I kind of followed the recipe. So we're going to see how it turns out. Now I'm kind of preparing for tomorrow. I am cutting the baking paper or parchment paper for the base of my push pans, and I'm kind of washing my utensil, and then I'm going to make a little bit of buttercream for this cake, so you guys will see. Stay tuned. So far so good, no disasters yet. We're staying hopeful. So as you can see, this cake has a bit of a high dome. To prevent this from happening, you want to soak a kitchen towel in water and then tie it around your baking pan to ensure that your cake cooks evenly and has an even flat top. I had to do this for the next day because I was not about to be leveling all those cakes. So I did my crumb coat here, not that neat, but I tried, and then I just did some frosting around the edges to kind of cover up some of the impurities. This is the color I wanted to use for the actual cake, but when I mixed it with the icing, I saw that it was more ivory and not gold, so I just decided to make the cake for the actual day pink, and lo and behold, those were the actual colors for the day, so it actually worked out pretty well. The cake was nice and moist on the inside, but I discovered it was a little bit too sweet, so I also tried to reduce the sugar for the next day. So I baked the cake in 10-inch push pans, and I made 6 layers in total, although I ended up only stacking 5 layers, and I used the last one for crumbs. Now here we have some buttercream frosting made with butter, margarine, icing sugar, and vanilla flavoring. I colored it into different shades of pink and then left some white to give the nice pink ombre that we wanted to achieve. So I started off with the crumb coat. As you guys can see, the cake is not perfectly straight. I tried to work around this and I just left it because, you know, I cannot come and kill myself. I cannot come and kill myself. Also, the cake was super heavy, too heavy for this turntable, so I was actually struggling. After the crumb coat, I left it in the fridge for about an hour, and then I started to do the ombre. I actually had to do this whole ombre thing twice because the first time I kind of took off too much icing, and then it was like another crumb coat, so I had to keep it in the fridge again and then do this one more time. My one tip for you: make sure you use a proper baking scraper to smooth the icing the second time, otherwise you're going to take off too much like I did if you're using a regular bench scraper or a palette knife. I mean, if you're not a professional. I actually had one, but for some reason I forgot I had it, and then I was just struggling, and then I found it, and then I was like, oh wow, okay, now life is easier. So as you can see, I did my best. Some of the ends are not that great, but it was a fun journey. I just decorated with some bright pink rosettes, and then I crumbled some of the red velvet cake and sprinkled it on top. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, and I know that you have, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think. Do you think I tried? Like, also, if you have tips for me, positive vibes only, of course, but if you have any tips for me, I'm so open on how I can do better. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Say a happy birthday to my grandma, say a prayer for her, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching, and bye.